ahead and get started with our muscle of the day, the last one for the core series, the transverse abdominis. And so here's just a side view. I wish I had a front view of it, although you can see most of the muscles there by the side. Anyway, you have these big old, I believe they're ligaments. Let me see here. Yeah, so it's just this really thick tissue, this whiter stuff. That's where it's connecting into the muscle itself is this darker area. And as you can see, the fibers are running horizontally. And so what I like to call this muscle, the transverse abdominis for men, I will say it is like your internal weight belt. For ladies, I think of it as the internal corset, like you're cinching it tight. And so with this transverse abdominis, again, you have some in the front and the back as well. It'll actually cinch in. So if you think about, let me see if I can model this okay. If you pooch out your belly, you know, that transverse abdominis is stretched out. But then if you suck it in, that sucking in the gut motion entirely, then it really cinches everything in. It pulls it in tight. And this is something that also helps stabilize the spine quite a bit. And so when I was first becoming a personal trainer, as I was studying for it, they would say that the transverse abdominis is one of the first muscles that activates. There's other ones, but it's one of the first ones that activate when you first take a step. It's not the leg muscles that fire first. It's the transverse abdominis cinches in, stabilizes the spine, and then you can take a step and be able to walk uprightly much better. And then, of course, this muscle is important, especially for ladies. If you've had babies, you know, you're stretching all of that out. Let's see, there's that diastasis recti. I'm probably saying that wrong. But basically where it kind of splits in the middle, it helps cinch that back in. And so you get like that, the tighter tummy again after birth. So the sucking in the gut motion, holding that in, helps a lot. It also helps with expiration. So one way you can find this out is if you, or find that muscle, one, sucking the gut, you know, pulling the belly button in towards the spine as much as you can. A lot of people are familiar with that. If that's harder to find and you're like, what are you talking about? Then you can exhale. Keep exhaling. Keep exhaling. Keep exhaling. And then by the time that all the air is out, that transverse abdominis is actually activating. So it actually helps with breathing as well. So when you exhale all the way and you keep tightening it up, then you will find that transverse abdominis as well. And it will help keep your organs nice and stable inside your belly as well. So it's a very important muscle, one for the spine, of course. You got that internal weight belt, making sure it's safe, but then also make sure your organs stay where they need to be. And it just helps with a ton of things. Aesthetics, you know, helps you have that trimmer looking waist as well. So there's your muscle of the day. Keep watching, and I will show you an exercise at the end that you can do to train all of these muscles all together. Your abs, your obliques, the rectus abdominis, not rectus abdominis is the abs, sorry, the spinal erectors, there we go, the back muscles, and then finally this transverse abdominis. So there's an exercise you can do that trains all of them together. It's very mentally challenging as well, and so just stay tuned for that.